Hello, hi Mir. Hi. How are you guys doing today? Do you like this? I think it's. Oh, hello! Hello, I'm glad to see a new. I'm sorry, I think. I think the bread got attached to my jaw. Um, hi, hi. Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Hello. Moonhua. That's a fun name. Aw, well, I'm glad to see you here. Um, sorry, this is my first time trying to use an asset. Oh, thank you. Anyway, anyway, that's what we're doing. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it like this. Oh. It really did. Any, anyway, hello, booklets. Hi. Today we're gonna be working on making assets. Um, Here, I'll see if I can load mine onto here. This bread asset is just one that you can find on VTube Studio for free. Well, maybe I don't actually. It's probably free. But this is the one that I made. Yes, I know. So I can just like attach it here. I think, and that should work. Yeah. You can see my little controller going. Thank you. Okay, well, it's good to know that this pin works. God, that bread is just going ham. Holy cow. I was also gonna try to start stream with like a bunch of assets just on me. Um, but I couldn't get it to load. So I started out with just the bread. So now we just have bread. There. Oh yeah, but there. Now you can kind of see the whole thing. It's like this cute little controller. It's got like, the little Oni face on it. Anyway. uh, okay. Lucky for me specifically. I don't know about you guys, but lucky for it is punching me. I am getting beaten up by this bread. uh, Lucky for me though. Um, Boop. I already finished the line work for all the assets that we're gonna be working on. I just kind of gotta put me in the corner over here. I'll move myself up a little bit. There we go. Um. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Once I finish up all these assets and stuff, I'll start opening up commissions. I'm still working on like, um, uploading stuff onto my portfolio on over on Ko-fi. But yeah. So this was actually the original PNG file that I used for Lorem, except you can see all of his wispies. Oh, wait, which one? Like the model or like the original PNG file? Or like the app? Dude, I did all of this. This all the art PNG. Um, that was honestly the easy part. That one didn't take very long. Maybe like I want to say like a week or so. But I also at the time I didn't have a job. I have a job now, so it'd probably take longer. But yeah, A week doesn't feel very long to me. I'm used to spending quite a bit of time on pieces. But here, I'm trying to set this up. Also, Flying Moonwa, you're gonna have to bear with me. This is like my third week of streaming. I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff, including where to put the camera so that it tracks well while I'm like looking down at my little tablet and drawing. So if I look funky, maybe if I turn this way more. That's okay, yeah. But yeah, so I already got the line art done for the Switch. I also have, I love finding other small streamers. I think small streamers are a bit underrated. I like how, like, I don't know, it feels much more, like, less chaotic, I guess? Because there aren't very many people there. Eh. Yeah. But yeah, so we have an ice pack one and a thermometer because I get sick a lot. And I thought it'd be funny if I just showed up on stream with like a little ice pack and then just thermometer hanging out in my mouth. Yeah. It's nice being able to talk to like small streamers and stuff. I really do like that. Um, like when I do raids, I try to stick to small streamers. I think I've only done one bigger streamer raid, and that was scary, and I don't want to do that again. um, so yeah, we have a thermostat and an ice pack, and then there's the Switch. And then we're also going to be working on like a little book so that I can actually have, you know, I can be like holding a book when we're doing like our book streams and stuff. And then just some tea with the pinky extended because it has to be, because that's just how you drink tea, you know? Angel piercing? I don't think I know what that is. Just like an angel like earring? No. Search it up? Okay. Give me 1 second. Piercing. Oh. Wait, so it's like, oh, are they like little fangs? Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Yeah. I might give him piercings one day. We'll see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Switch because I already started out on. Thank you. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Switch one. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining. Yeah, it was very nice to meet you. Yeah, tomorrow we're streaming at 3 p.m. and we're gonna be exploring the Hypnagogic archive if you feel like joining. But thank you. Bye. So we're gonna be starting out with our Switch. Let's see. I have our color palette over here in the corner. Let's see. I already started out on the hatching for this one. So if I open up the file here, I am just going to go back and erase this. Let's see. Okay. The bread, yeah. I think I want to keep... I don't... You know what? I might just make my own bread. You know what? I kind of want to do that. What if we just did that right now instead? Actually. I'll make my own special bread. No, that's not what I wanted. Just one folder. No, I want to rename the folder, please. Where is my thing? Oh, here it is. Bread. Okay. What kind of bread? I'm thinking that we should make it like a cute kind of like cat loaf. Like, if you guys follow my Twitter, I post pictures of my cats fairly often. I also talk about them. They do show up quite a bit. Mir knows them, definitely. Let's see, how do we want to do this? There we go. Let's see, we'll give it kind of like that crust outline. And then I'm gonna give it 2 little ears to make it look like my cat. This looks weird. Okay. No. It looks alright. I don't think this angle is right, actually. Ugh. Okay. I'm just gonna go back and erase that. Yeah, cat loaf. Yeah, the black and white one is Solomon, but I figured Hal would probably look better for the bread one. You know what? I could make 2. I could make like a marble loaf, and then like a little like. So one of Howl's nicknames is soda bread. But well, because like when I made soda bread once, and then I put it next to him, and they just looked the same. He just looked like a loaf of soda bread. Okay. And we can do like 2 little eyes up here, maybe? Maybe just like up here. Oh, this looks silly. And then Howl's little like snaggletooth. And then we can have some of his stripes back here. No. Uh, oh yeah, for tea today, I don't really have tea. I have coffee this time. I got distracted by the bread. There. Oh my god, he looks so silly. Oh, why does he look like that? I love my cat. You know what? I'll flatter him a little bit. I'll make him look a bit cuter. There. Boop boop. Yeah. Maybe I'll make the face a bit bigger. It looks kind of weird being all small up there. What if I just made it really small? You wouldn't even be able to see it. Uh, okay. There we go. I think that's all right. It's for Solomon. Ugh. Sorry, we haven't dusted in here in a hot minute, so my allergies are a little like. So Solomon only has the one eye. Actually, you know what? Howl's eyes don't do that slit very often. Now that looks weird. Okay, see the trouble with this is that now that I've like made it this much bigger, the line work is like weird. Like, okay, so maybe like normal person who isn't looking too closely wouldn't notice that the line work is now fumbling my words again. Basically now that it's like bigger, it's like the texture is different, you know? It's a bit more fuzzy and nobody else might notice this, but like I'll know it's there and it'll bother me. Okay. So I'm just gonna redo it. This is why pieces take me so long. Because I'm very, very nitpicky. I wonder if maybe I should draw it out like that instead. There. Oh, how is the music today? I put it on pretty low, but there is like a bit of lo-fi in the background. The royalty-free Tchaikovsky music. Aw, son of a biscuit again. There. It's quiet. Um, but I don't want it to like drown out my own voice, you know? But last week, that royalty-free Tchaikovsky music got copyrighted, which is stupid because it's Tchaikovsky and it should. Uh. So hopefully this time we won't get that copyright. Last week when I was drawing, there was Tchaikovsky in the background. Because I think we had the music problem again then, but I think that's when we fixed it. But for some reason it got the copyright thingy. Here, like I can turn the music up more, but I feel like that's way too loud because I don't want it to. Oh, that's good? Okay. I also think I prefer how this howl is drawn, because his mouth doesn't actually go up all the way. He does have these kind of cute little dimples, like under his eyes. It's real cute. He's adorable. Oh, I did forget that little nick in his ear. Boop. That's important. Bloop. Okay, there's our Howl Loaf line work done. I'm putting that on the same layer because I'm a fiend. Solomon's eyes tend to stay, like, pretty narrow. Kind of like that. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. And he does have, like, a full, like, black nose. And a much smaller face. I think for, like, his kind of bread, we're gonna do, like, kind of like a marble, like, rye bread. Hold on, I forget which ear is, like, in half. I think it's this one here. Solomon! Yeah, it's the other ear. Boop. His ears are a bit bigger than Howl's, though, so I think I'm going to draw them a bit bigger. But also just so that you can see, like, the silhouette. You know, like I don't want his half ear to get lost in the silhouette behind here. Like, I don't want those lines to meet up. So that's also part of why I'm making his ears a bit bigger. And then I'm going over this line work again just because I don't want to do the whole copy and paste thing. Even though I'm like tracing over it, it still looks different enough where it's like clear that I've used a reference of some kind, but it's not like a direct copy, if that makes any sense at all. If I could draw this one line, that would be super cool. There we go. There we go. That'll be our Solomon. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Blanc. We'll color in Howl first. I'm just gonna... What color do we want to go for this? We could just do the same as like Lorem's orange. Maybe like a bit less saturated. Hey, Blanc. Yeah, I think that's alright. And then we'll do the same thing here, just desaturate it a bit. Hey, Blanc. Might be a bit too much. Yeah, actually, I think I like this one better. He looks so silly. And his eyes are more of that kind of orangey yellow. So I'll go ahead and I'll use that color. It's a little howl bread. Oh. What a silly little man. I love him so much. Okay, selection from layer. No, I do not want it that big. Okay. I don't want to have too much of this darker line work in here, but I still want to have enough, like, where it kind of balances that you know. And I'm gonna go back and erase certain parts here. This way you don't see that black part behind it. Plunk. There we go. There's our howl up. Well... Oh, how detailed do I want to get with this? Because, like, the controller I'm holding is pretty detailed, but I could just keep it like this cute little, like, PNG. You know what? I'll have it be, like, on another layer. This way we can always just take away the extra texture and shading if we want to. Let's see. Turn that down a bit. I like to add texture and shading sometimes with like a dry gouache. It gives it kind of like, well, texture. And then I can always go back and then like erase certain parts of it or make it look a bit duller, you know? Is that how dark it's supposed to be? Yeah. I might turn down the opacity a bit. So just gonna kind of cover this. This way it looks a bit more like bread. Yeah, that's pretty alright. This looks so silly. I'm not very used to drawing foodstuffs. I drew raspberries for the first time for this Christmas piece that I made for my roommate. I made him and then one of my friends like these little recipe cards, like recipe like posters, but like, featuring some of their favorite characters. So I had to draw food. And I had never drawn food before, so it was challenging. It took a hot second. There. Did I draw this on a new layer? No, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Why would I draw things on separate layers? Why do I do this to myself? How does that look? Yeah, that looks alright. It looks like bread. Maybe if I draw... Oh, that is on separate layers. Oh, thank God. uh... Okay. What if I add, like... You know how bread kind of has, like, those air pockets? Well, that's not what I wanted. Boop. Maybe I could do something like that here to kind of help blend them over a bit. Yeah. Maybe? That's kind of cute. I kind of like that. Instead of like my usual little hatching, we can go with circles instead. This way it also just doesn't look too even, you know? And you can actually see a bit of the rest of his eye. It just gets kind of like cloudy in the middle. You can't see out of it very well. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Bloop. There we go. I think I like that. It's pretty alright as far as bread goes. Yeah. Okay. So there's our Howl loaf. And here's our Solomon loaf. Speaking of, hi Solomon. Hi. Bye. I love my cats. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I think this is an okay place for my model to be, the way that he's looking. Okay. Okay. Have plunk. For this one, we'll go with... Maybe we can make that one just a bit darker. But not too dark, you know? Oh, we're still at the drag wash. Don't want that. There we go. Make it a bit darker. Yeah. Maybe like that. Since it is bread, you know, it's gotta be kind of cooked. At least a little bit, you know. It has to be mildly cooked. Maybe have it be a bit more swirly than that. You can blend it in a bit. There we go. Yeah, that looks okay. Bread. Okay. And Solomon, I don't remember what Solomon's eye color is. I think it's like a greenish. It is. I think he has green eyes. They could be yellow, greenish yellow, somewhere in there. There we go. And then... bloop. Should we? That kind of gray inside bread doesn't look very appetizing. Maybe we'll do this, but lighter. That's better. It's like a marbled rye bread. There, and this way it has these cute little swirls in it. Which Stillman's fur does have. He's a very, very pretty cat. There. And then here we get some of that marbling anyway. There we go. Actually, maybe since he's bread, we shouldn't give him green eyes. Then it kind of looks like mold, and that's not very appetizing. Maybe we'll just keep it like this. There we go. Layer, selection from layer, create selection, new layer. There. Do that color for some of the line work. I think we'll do it down here too. Ow, son of a biscotties. I forgot to change my layers back to normal. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now we just go back and erase some of the previous layer, but not all of it, because it has to be on the outside of the bread. There we go. Gotta add some texture. Plunk. I'm gonna drink some more of my coffee real quick. Oh my gosh, guys, you know what I'm really excited for? I don't think I've talked a lot about it on stream anyway. Um, but I am actually part of a cosplay group, and applications for our next con is coming up soon. It's actually this Saturday. I'm so nervous. I'll be streaming at like 3 p.m. and trying very, very hard to resist just checking my email just every couple of minutes. Just to make sure they haven't, like... So for the applications for this contest, they're like... It's first come, first serve. You have 1 week to apply, and they only take in... So we do... So I'm a part of a group, and we do both the skit and construction performance. And for group skits, they only allow 20 people to enter. They only allow 20 group skits. And, you know, if you have... For those of you who don't know... that's an insanely like that's a real tight that's not a lot. So the second the applications open, people submit. Like last year, I was sitting at my desk, like just sitting like at my computer, just like waiting, like for applications to open. Like I took the day off of work to make sure that we got them submitted in time. We didn't get in due to a technicality, which I think is stupid. Apparently, piggybacking counts as acrobatics, so our skit didn't get approved. And then we were like booted from the competition, which is... I'm still a little bit salty about that. But... Where did I start this tangent? Yeah, it's first come, first serve, and applications open up this Saturday. But, like, if you get rejected, you have to know, like, as soon as possible. Like, if you do get rejected, you're kind of just screwed. Because, again, you know, like, last year, they had, like, 75 people, like, submit within the first 5 minutes. And they only allow, like, 60 contestants. Contestants. Yeah. They only allow, like, 60 of them. So that was like 75. That was already 15 extra people than they could let in. I can't decide if I want this one ear to be like that. But yeah, for this year, I've already gone a lot. Like, I've reread the rules. I have, like, everything prepped, because you have to have, like, you have to have your skit typed out. You have to have concept photos, and you also have to have, like, at least 4 progress photos for each cosplay that's submitted, which I have. But yeah, here's to hoping we get in this year. We better. You know, I'll be sitting at the computer just, like, babysitting it the entire time again. You know, just waiting for applications to open up. It is, like, a really big... It's not, like, too big. It's the Kurocon up in Seattle. So, I mean, like, it is... You know, like, the big, like, Washington con. Then I'm gonna go back to dry gouache, make that smaller. I'm also really proud of the pieces that, like, the piece that I made for this competition. It has, so I like being really extra when it comes to cosplays. And, my teammates aren't always exactly the happiest about it because I'll get, like, super ambitious with all of them. And I'll drag them along with me for it. Uh, and for this piece, I found a way to incorporate, like, roses, like actual, like, preserved and dried roses. They're all preserved, in resin. And I dried them all and I collected all of them myself. And they make up part of the cape and part of the bodice and also part of the crown. The cape, if I could redo it, then I would, but it would mean that I'd have to go out and find like 50 more roses. Uh, luckily in the place where I live, yeah, it's really pretty. I'm very proud of it. Lucky in the place that I live, there are roses just kind of like everywhere, so they're really not hard to find. You can just kind of find them, like you can walk down the street and pass like 5 rose bushes, and they're always growing. Like they're always in bloom. Like they're never not in season. They're everywhere. Um, okay, wait. I'm getting distracted by bread. Um, but like when I first made the cape last year, I thought that if I glued the roses down like on the cape, because the cape is like this mesh, um, like it's supposed to look kind of like see-through, so that all you really see are just the roses that trail behind the outfit. Uh, and it's this mesh, so mildly see-through. Um, okay, multitasking like this is hard. um, so I thought, okay, if I glue these down on top of like wax paper, then I should be able to just peel the glue off. That didn't work. I had to cut around the wax paper, and you can still see some of it in some parts. My hope is that the judges don't look at that. They just see the roses. And it's like, don't look underneath the roses. Don't turn the cape around. Just look at the roses, nothing else. I'm also really happy with how well the roses were preserved. Because they preserved, like, very, very nicely. A lot of them still retains, like, that beautiful kind of, like, red color. Some of them actually turned purple, which was kind of wild. But yeah, so I dried them in like silica sand, and then I used resin to help preserve the color and stuff. But I'm really happy with it. It's hanging up like on the back of my closet door because I can't really, put it inside of a drawer or anything. It's got like roses on it. I don't know how I feel about this bread. Hmm. Maybe if I just go back and do that circle thing again to help blend it out. Kind of like that. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is alright. For like a silly little bread piece. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I'll do this color. Whiskers. He's so cute. There we go. Okay. And then to turn them into usable assets, I'm gonna plunk, plunk. That's good. Okay. File, save as. PNG. Okay. S bread. Yeah. And then I can also do save as, and I can do H bread. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, and then I just undo. And there's a little bread asset, so I'm gonna put my tablet down real quick. And then let's see if we can get that working on here. Okay. Let's see. There are so many things open on my desktop right now. Where's my thing? Okay. So I don't think you guys can see this at all, but basically what you do is you kind of like, you have your PNG file, and then you copy it, and then you go into your VTube Studio file, wherever that is, where, desktop, which I always have such a hard time finding. It's around here somewhere. Give me a second. Is it under... Hi, I'm not tech savvy. Oh, here we go. Data. Nope, I want to open that file. And streaming assets and items. There we go. And then you just paste. And now that's one. And now I can go back over and find the Howl bread. And I go copy. And then paste. And now we have 2 breads. Okay. And now I'm gonna try to set it up in here. So I can go over here, scroll down until I find... Nope, that's the wrong bread. I'm looking for... bread. Yeah! Okay, so here's our little Howl bread that we just drew. Isn't that cool? Yes, I'm aware, thank you. And now I can just... Oh, he's attached to my ears. Plunk. See? Yeah, more bread. Okay, and then we can find the S bread, which is gonna be down. S bread. Select. Yes, thank you. And we can put him... Thank you. That's too small. Oh no, he's just clipped onto my hair. So then how did I get this bread attached to my jaw when it's up here? How did I do that? Okay. Can I get this guy? Now he's on the ear. Well, if I do this... Ow, ow, ow. Nope. Wait, no, I know what this is clipped to. Okay, so you guys can't see this, but this model, behind the scenes, it looks terrible. So there is this layer, that my mouse is going over. I don't know if you guys can see it, but okay, so there's multiple head layers. And I think right now it's clipped to one of the mask layers, which, you know, it keeps the stuff, like some stuff hidden behind it. But it looks wonky as heck because I had to match it up to the mouth movements. So whenever the jaw moves, like the top of the head looks wild. Like it looks like I mean, if you guys want, I can show you later, but it's it looks like it's rough. It's rough. But you can't really see it until I guess I do this. I'll put him on my other ear. No, on my ear. Go on my ear. There we go. Oh, that's fun. More bread. And it's my boys this time. Ugh. Okay. Bread. Okay, I'm gonna move that over here. Okay, and now we can grab my tablet. And now we can go ahead and start on some other assets. And the bread is just going to be here. Sorry, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Blink, 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 blink. Hee hee hee. Okay. So let's see, next we can work on... we gotta turn this back on first. I don't know if we really need that here. What do we want to do next? I could do... Yeah, I could do that. I can start out with a switch. Especially since I already have... Yeah. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add hatching to this. Because I don't think I really have hatching anywhere else. But I like hatching. It makes my brain happy. But, I mean, first I'm going to start out with... a base layer. Nope. I'm just adding these 2 extra lines in. I'm not going to keep them here, I don't think. I might, just so that, like... So the thing about this asset is I messed up, like, well, okay. It's not great, because my hand's just cut off right here. And that's... I don't like that, you know? Like, I mean, you know, if I stay here, you won't be able to see it anyway. But still. Oh. Whoopsies. There we go. Am I frozen? Because I'm on... No, I'm not. There we go. Okay. So I think I am going to go ahead and... Nope. Let me turn this back on. There we go. Now it kind of looks like his arms are coming up a bit to do this. There we go. I think that looks okay. There we go. Then I'm gonna add this on in a different layer. This way it's just easier to color in later, you know? Sweater, 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 sweater. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. Sweater, 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 sweater. Yeah. I made the cuffs bigger than they actually are. That's fine. You know what? It's a choice now. This was definitely done on purpose. The tricky part about Lorem's sleeves is this cute little braid. Like, I love the braid. Um, it's just kind of hard to draw on areas like this. But I guess it would come up kind of like around like this. Maybe? And up at the bottom. It's not that big though. Ah, it's on a different layer. Okay. I don't like how that looks. Where did I draw this? Oh. Okay. And then it kind of comes up. Oh, what? So it would probably be like here-ish, I think. Yeah, it would kind of come out side like this. That looks hideous. Oh. Let's start with this one. There we go. Earlier today, I realized I might have made a mistake. So, one of the nicknames that we fairly regularly call, my cat, Dancy Dancy Dancy, that we fairly regularly call my cat is Stinky. Um, and it's kind of just become like a term of affection for either people. I've almost called a few of my friends that before. I almost called one of my students that. You can't call kids stinky. They will take offense to it and they will cry. I know. I have been so close to calling them stinky. I almost did it in front of my boss the other day. Oh, oh. Uh, but I greeted, so we have two cats, yeah. So I greeted Solomon, and I was like, "Oh, hello, Stinky," and then Howl came running down the hallway, and I was like, please don't tell me you think that's your name, because I call him that a lot." And I looked over at my roommate, and I was like, "Kai." I think we've messed up. And so Kai tries to, so Kai was like, "Hey, Stinky," and then Hal just like looked over at him, and we were both just like, "Oh no." So he might just think that his name is Stinky now. And I feel really bad about that. Like, he responds to Howl. I think. You know, as much as a cat responds to names. Like, I think he knows that when we say Stinky or Howl, we are talking to him specifically. But, I mean, Stinky isn't him specific, you know? Because we also started calling Solomon that. There. But, okay. So there's all that done. Where is my... So there's that. I'm going to be using this as a reference for how I'm going to be coloring in the rest of these assets. Because I went with a very, like, if you zoom in close to this, you'll see I kind of went a little ham and cheese. Why did I do this? I don't want to do this for every single asset. I mean, like, it looks nice. Okay. But I use the hashing. I use some other paint stuff going on here, and then you can see that reflection there. Let's see, the hands are... It's very reflective, which I'm probably going to be... have to do the same thing with the Switch. And then there's also the background, which I'm not sure what I want to do for the actual design of the Switch. I might just do moon rabbits, because I think that would be cute. But it's not very, like... is it on brand? I'm not sure. I could go with like another Oni design. I mean, there are like a lot of stars throughout everything. And there's that cute little moon we have in the corner and like the Edelweiss flowers. I'm not sure. I guess I'll just start coloring in the backgrounds for now. I'm gonna go ahead. Where's my color? Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay, moving that. Blink. Okie doke. And... the Switch that I have in real life, it's a Switch Lite, so I don't know if I can actually stream with the Switch, but I hope to figure out how to do that at some point. Just because I think that would be fun, you know? Like, I know we haven't actually played any video games on this channel yet, but I do really like video games. I also just kind of feel like that's just what every VTuber does. I feel like it's kind of nice to have some, you know, variety, I guess. Like, I haven't really seen any other VTubers who read books. I mean, art streams, yeah. I've seen, like, I think 2 other VTubers do, like, ARG exploration, but there's not a lot. And I think the books and the ARG stuff is kind of the niche that I'm aiming for. But maybe one of these, like, one of these like off days, I might pop cat. um, I might take a break from regular stuff to do some video games. Color was I using? That's the skin tone. And paint bucket. Haplunk. Haplunk. Okie doke. And then habloop, habloop, habloop. Oh, right. I can turn this off. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, hi, Howl. Come here, Stinky. It is a Switch Lite. Hi, baby boy. No pets? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can stream with the Switch Lite. So if I do want to do streams on the Switch, I might have to save up for, like, a regular Switch. Yeah. Woof. Thanks, Mir. I hope that didn't sound sarcastic. I didn't mean it to sound that way. And that was a genuine thank you. Um, well, if not Switch games, then other ones maybe. Although, some games I have on the Switch, I don't really have on the computer, like Cult of the Lamb, which is one of my favorite games. I like that one a lot. But I don't have that one on PC. I guess that'll just be like a me game to enjoy. See, you know what? Maybe I could just steal my roommate's Switch. I'll just like borrow it and be like, "Hey Kai, I'm just gonna yoink. Thank you." I wouldn't actually. Um. But Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are two of my other favorite games. And I think it might be fun to play that with you guys, but that is also like Switch stuff. So maybe just the Switch things will be like a me only kind of thing. And that's okay. Okay, I am going to put this on a different layer. See, I also made this little controller. I don't use a controller. I just use my mouse and keyboard. But you can't really make an asset of that because you just don't really see those things. So I could just use, like, the Switch if I'm doing, like, PC gaming just for fun. I'll make this blue for now. Hey, plunk. Ah. No. There we go. Oh. There we go. Where's my little... There it is. Plunk. There. I'm thinking about what design I want to do for this. It's like I could do some... You know what? I think I have an idea, actually. Hold on. What if I did, like, a dark blue, not that saturated. Like, down here, maybe? Like, if I went here and then actually... There, like that. It's a bit bright still. There we go. Like, that might work. And then I could do maybe... No, don't want that. Maybe like a yellow for the moon, and it could just have like a little bunny on it with some stars in the background. Because that would be cute. Actually, one of the really cool things about having OBS Studio, like I am like also like keeping an eye on the stream while I'm like watching it. Like I'm using it. So I have my actual monitor, and then I have the tablet that I'm drawing on, which is nice because I can look up at... Is that the same color? Yes, it is. I'm looking at the moon on the screen here for reference. What is this called again? Overlay? A stream overlay? Yeah, this thing. And I'm looking at the moon here. And I believe that this is the same color as my sweater. So I'm just gonna use that. And I can just paint that on. Then, so when I'm drawing objects that are kind of like glowing a bit, I'll go down a little bit and then I'll just up the saturation all the way. So for this, it would be this bright kind of like orange. Like that. And then I'll use that to kind of highlight around it. Usually I'll draw the line art first. You know, like a smart person who draws line art before they start to color things and instead of the other way around. But I'll draw it kind of like that, and then I'll add like a glow effect to it. I don't think I'll be adding a glow effect to this necessarily, but you know, this is here. Why didn't I draw... We're doing great. we go. And then this time, I'm gonna draw the other things first. So we can do different colored stars, maybe. Or should I stick with, like, the yellow? There's already a lot of yellow on this design, though. So I might want to go ahead and try some other star colors. So we can do, like, a green one up here, maybe. And, like, one down here. And then I think I'm gonna make these little side panels like the little, removable stick thingies. The Joy-Con? the, you know. I might keep those like that pretty light blue. You can have like a pink star. There. And then for the rabbit, I can just do like that. He's got a little tail. And then I can use this kind of like this red here. That's pretty cute. I put them all in the same layer again. When will I learn? When will I learn to keep things on separate layers? Bunny loaf. Maybe... And then we can have more of that string kind of like up here. Maybe something like that. Okay. This is cute. And then I can just use the white here. Plunk. Okay. Hee hee. Bnooey. And then I can add... Be this way. Kind of like this kind of... Maybe? Did I... Nope. I'm doing that on a separate layer. I don't know how I feel about this green. That green is a choice. But let's see how it looks before we knock it completely. Where? Here we go. It looks atrocious. That looks terrible. Disgusting. Nope. Ew. Bad. 0 out of 10. Should we stick with yellow, maybe? I'm not sure what to do for that. Maybe I will stick with yellow. I'll drop the saturation just a bit. And then maybe I can just add some more sparkles here and there. There we go. Not entirely sure how I feel about this specific blue as the background color. I might mess around with that a bit more when we get there anyway. I think this is an alright start though. I do think that I want to keep in these little guys somewhere. So maybe I'll have them up here. I'll do green on this side and then maybe pink on the other side. Ugh. Sorry, quick stretch. I think I like these being like the lighter color. Yeah. I'm gonna put... I'm putting this yellow onto a different layer, though. Christ. Okay. Oh. Where's my thing? Here it is. There. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty alright start. Okay. And then... Okay, so I'm looking up at our overlay as a reference again, because I do use like a darker red there. And I think I'm gonna... There, I think that's probably about the same color. It's close enough anyway. And I'm just gonna... Wait. What happened over here? What in the world? How? What just... Hello? There. Okay. I think that's back to the way it was before. What layer is this? Oh, here it is. Okay. We can go through and kind of do this to make it look a bit more like rope. Yeah. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Make those two buttons red, because why not? Okay. works. Let's see. Nope. Now I have to go back and erase these because I have no brain cells. And instead of just erasing this line before, I just used the same color, the color of the background, and I painted over it. It's like, this is digital art. I can erase things here. There we go. Okay. And then go that way a little bit. Okay. Then when I'm coloring in like the moons and the stars, like you see on the overlay here, what I'll do is I'll take like the original color and then I'll go either like towards the purple, which is either on like the left or the right side of the color wheel depending on where you are before, and then I'll go down. I go in an arc like this, so it gets more saturated to a certain point and then it starts to get desaturated again, but that's not until it gets like, you know, like it curves. It's partially intuition, you know, just doing whichever one kind of looks better. I mean, like where the curve goes anyway. Like if your color starts out closer here, then that curve is going to be really small. You know, if the curve, like, if your color starts out here, then that curve is going to be like pretty big, you know? I hope that made some sense to someone. But I'll start out in like big kind of circles like this. And then just kind of like then I'll choose typically like an opposite color. So I'll have the base color here, and then I will go to the like opposite end of the color wheel here, and I'll use that for a shadow. Or to kind of contrast it like here. So it'll start out with like this cute little like orange rim. And then you get like these cute like little circles of color. And then I take it back around and I do just like one of here. And this kind of helps smooth everything back out a bit. especially if we're doing like moons, you know? They have like all these craters on them. So now we can go in and just have like a bunch of little circles. And then I'll often draw like a bunch of like little craters like inside of it. I might turn the opacity down just a bit to help it blend in a bit more. And then I'll go back and I'll just draw, actually, yeah, I'll take that color. And then I'll go in and do like big kind of like circles like this. You know, it's like a little moon crater. Like that, see? Yeah, this turned out pretty alright. And then I think for this one, I'm actually going to take this. I'm gonna... I'm glad you like it. Actually, I'm gonna make it a bit darker. Then I'm just gonna go over here. There. Nope. Where is... That's not... This is fine. You know what? No, I want that one in the middle. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna... There. And now it has this kind of like, you know? Okay, and then I'm going to take this color and I'm going to turn the hardness all the way down on my paintbrush. Turn that up, this up, turn the opacity down, put this on a new layer. Turn the opacity down more. There we go. Just gonna start to give it a soft glow. And then I'm gonna add in this same little bit of soft glow on the other little stars here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into, let's see, and make it a, I'm gonna try add glow first. Nope, don't like that one. Okay, how about soft light? Hard light? Maybe? You know what, let's try something else real quick. What if I take this color, bump it up here. Oh. See, what Smart Artist will do is they'll label their layers. This way they can find them when they're looking for them. This is what Smart Artists do, and if you're watching this, you should probably do this too. I might be a bit stupid. Go back up to that layer I was just at, which is this one. Okay. Okay, let's try this one on Add Glow. Maybe? Let's try Hard Light. Okay. See, the real tricky part is that after I draw this, I'm gonna have to make it look like it's a print. Like it's an actual, like this is a print on top of a switch, you know? I also don't think I want to do this blue anymore. I think I want to do a different color. I'm just not sure what yet. Hi, Solomon. Hi, baby boy. Solomon says hi. How is still loafed up on my bed right now. He's so cute. I love these boys. Okay. Maybe... Let's see. We could do this original kind of like lighter blue. There. Here we go. Maybe we could also try like this color. Nope, that just looks like the flesh. Flesh. We could try the pink, maybe? No. Red? No. We could try the yellow. But I don't think I'm gonna like that. Yeah, because then there's not enough contrast and it just kind of takes over the whole piece. And it also blends in with the skin tone too much, which is why if you look on Norm's design, I try very, very hard not to let the yellow-orange kind of come in contact with the skin. There's always like something in between the two. Typically it's the white. You can kind of see it, like, you know, that's why that hair is there. It's like the layer between the orange color and the skin tone. And then same with the shirt, you know? It makes it so that, like, the sweater and the skin don't really... Or, like, the color of the sweater and the color of the skin don't really come in contact with each other. No. I think this blue is my fave. Maybe if we made it this darker blue instead. Maybe? I'm not sure. Because on one hand, I kind of like that there is like a slight difference between the console and the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Con thing, what are they called? There's just like, it's like the little, like the removable Joy-Con. They're... I'm great at this, I swear. I'm a gamer. I know. Thanks, Mir. I do kind of like... I think I'm gonna keep it with like the lighter blue. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Where's my little Joy-Con sticks? There we go. I do want to draw little stars on each side, so I'm going to do the pink ones on this side, and I think I'm going to do the green ones on the other side. So I'll have like little stars here, maybe. Comes down. And on this side we'll have little green ones. Maybe. We'll see how this looks. Where's the little... Where's the layer with the switch buttons on it? This is why we label our layers. I did this to myself. Where is it? Oh... Fine. Make a new layer for it. So I might just do yellow instead. But then it is up there right next to the... I could do this red, maybe. And then maybe... just put the yellow here. And then I'll just put... No. There. Maybe I'll just have, like, clouds on it. Instead, I'll have, like... You like that? Or maybe I'll just leave nothing on there. You know, since it's going to be covered up by the fingers anyway. I could just leave them blank. I think I might do that. Quick stretch break. Okay. I do think I like it with the little pink, but fingy buttons. I might add in. I don't need this many layers for one thing. Jesus Christ. Why am I like this? I say as I add another layer into this. Oh. Nope. I might add some tiny little stars. Some more just like little ones. Maybe make them like constellations. Yeah, kind of like that. That's cute. Just make them real small. That's too many. Maybe I'll add like little blue ones. Yeah. This way it's not taking away from like the yellow. This is too many. You know what I could try to do? Opacity all the way up, hardness up. Actually, no, turn the opacity down. Here. I could just make some of them not as bright as the other ones. I kind of like that. Okay. I think that does it for the switch part. Well, for now, anyway. We're gonna have to come back, you know, color in the line works, and then do all of the reflection colors. But that'll come later. Here we go. Okay. Is lo-fi our version of smooth jazz? I don't like. I I think lo-fi might be our generation's version of smooth jazz. I kind of I don't like that. Like, I hope that makes sense. uh, anyway, back to coloring. Nope. What I'm doing here is I took the lighter version of this skin tone. So in order to get like lighter colors of something, I don't just take it towards white. I go up towards, like, on the color wheel, you move it a bit closer to the yellow, and then like a bit up in like brightness, and then slowly over towards the white. but you never go like straight over to the white, because then that doesn't really, it just affects like the saturation and not actually whatever this is called. The cool thing about all skin tones is that the insides, like the underneath of their forearm and the inside of their wrists and under their palms and stuff, it's all going to be a bit lighter. And then we just kind of turn the opacity a bit down. And it looks about like that. And then we go in, and instead of having like using like just a darker shade, I'm actually going to make it the blush. So it's gonna kind of, so in order to do blush, it's kind of like how I do like the glow effect for things. I take it closer to like either the red or the purple, typically red, and then I'll like up the saturation, and then I'll use that color to kind of come in and do like I typically will put blush around the joints of, well, dolls specifically. I will still put blush on like the knuckles and the wrist and like the tips of the fingers on like non-doll people, you know. And I'm not too worried about the edges of the sleeve just yet, just because I will be adding in some of the same kind of, I'm going to be doing like the reflection colors later anyway, so I'm just not going to worry about that right now. Okay, there's our blush. Why did I exit out of that? And then we just turn down that opacity to about like here. It looks good. And we're not at the shading just yet. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see his little hand scars. So I'm going to be adding this in as well. I think for his hand scars I do just do like the purple color. And for that, since they're burn scars, I turn the hardness all the way back up. Burn scars, depending on the person, can look either more white or more purple. On Lorem, since he's paler, they're gonna look kind of purpley. So we have a bit of like this kind of purple color. And it's gonna come in kind of like this a bit. You can't see it on that hand, but you can see it on this hand. And then I'm gonna kind of like blend it out a bit. And then I'm also going to, I'm going to take it down a bit more, kind of here-ish, just to add some more purpley hues to it. And then I'm gonna kind of blend it again. And then I'm gonna turn the opacity down because his scars are pretty faded, but they are still like there. So you still get just like a little bit of it here. And then we can move down to the sleeves and we can start working on these guys. See, it looks like for shading, before I just used this color. Yeah, like up here you can see the scars, but for some reason they go over the line work, and I don't know how that happened. This is fine. I think we just use this color, actually. Yeah. We're just gonna start out with our big globs, and then we're just gonna go in and fix that later. So we can kind of start to blend it a bit. When I'm blending things, I'll typically just use the exact same brush and like the same settings, and then instead just lower the amount of paint and the density of paint. This way it'll kind of just mix a bit easier. Then I'm going to be doing that same kind of opposite color thing that I showed you guys before. I'm just going to add it kind of like onto this part here. And then I'm just going to blend that out into that. See how I feel about that before I decide to like keep it in here. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this kind of lilac color, so I might try to do a blue instead. which is why I kept it on a different layer. Maybe like this instead. Yeah? I do think I like that. Okay. Now that we've got all this, we can add in, or start adding in the shading for the hands. Now that we have all... Why didn't I just do the... I could have done the shading for the hands earlier. I just didn't, and I don't know why. But we're moving on to that now, I guess. I'm cohesive, I swear. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna start out with... Yep, I'm gonna go here, dry gouache. Okay, I'm gonna shade in that area. So I do shading kind of funky when it comes to skin tones. I'll take like the blush and then I'll up the saturation all the way, which is, you know, similar to what I did with the blush. And then I'll do it on a texture. So I like using the dry gouache because I just like the paper texture that it gives. And then I'm just gonna go over double checking to make sure that I have this on a separate layer. Okay, now that we have that from here, I am going to layer, selection from layer, create selection, and then I'm going to shrink. Maybe 3 was too much. But then again, it's also not showing a lot of the area it's selected. I usually do 3. Maybe I'll just do 2 this time. Plunk. Okay. And then on another new layer, I'm going to be taking this blue and I'm going to go back to our regular round brush. Instead do this and okay. We're just gonna shrink it by 1. See how that looks. That's a bit better. Yeah, I think that's alright. Okay, but from here, you're gonna turn down the opacity for that red. And then you're also gonna turn the opacity down a little bit here, but not as much. I think I need to be more aggressive with that red, actually. So instead, I'm gonna go back to our drag wash, have this red here, and I'm gonna actually go in again and make these areas a bit darker. go. That looks a lot better already. Cool. And then what this does is it creates this cool, like, outline around the blue. Yeah. And that gives us a nice kind of, like, soft shadow. I don't know if you guys can hear that snoring or not, but that's my cat. He's so cute. I love him so much. For this piece up here, I exaggerated that shadow quite a bit. Looking at it now, that's definitely because the shadow in this model is also a bit more exaggerated. So I'm gonna... I think I'm using a different color blue. Yeah. Maybe if I try this blue instead. No. Hi, Solomon. No. Hello. Solomon wants pets. Hi, baby. You know what? I think I just added extra shading where the sleeves are. I think I'm gonna go ahead and move into coloring in the line work. Okay. And then I'm just, copying the same color of line work that I used for the other asset to kind of, keep things coherent. once I finish up with coloring the line art for this, I'm probably gonna call it quits. Because it's already been a couple hours. Okay. There's that hand. And there's this hand. What is that? Okay, well, I don't know how that got there. You guys saw that weird little line, right? We're just going to ignore that. Actually, you know what this Solomon's loaf looks like? It just kind of looks like he got burnt. He's just burnt bread. Ugh. Okay. There's that. Then I used this color. Come back to that one. There we go. I think I'm gonna use just this same kind of darker blue color. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we did quite a bit in 3 hours. Look at that, we got 2 loaves done. We got pretty far on this. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in probably later and add some more, well, you know, textures, details, like, for this one up here, you can see there's like obviously a lot more shading on the controller itself. And then these little areas here is kind of what I was talking about. Like here, where you can see a bit of this color went and mixed in with a bit of this color. That's kind of the reflective areas I was talking about. You can see it really well, like right here, where this color kind of reflects onto here. So I'm going to go back in and add all of that, and then I'll have to add in all the shading to make this look like an actual controller and not just a cute bunny in space on the moon. I can do that later though. Yeah. Okay. Big stretch. It is actually dark out where I am right now. Alright guys. Thank you all very much for coming to the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah! I appreciated seeing you guys all here. We had a new face show up, and that was really exciting. I'll see you tomorrow for the Hypnagogic archive, which I'm very excited to get back to, because, we did miss that last week. And I'm really excited to delve more into it. I think I'm going to keep the bread on. I think this is just going to be a part of stream. This is permanent. The bread is permanent. Okay, let's see. Who is streaming right now? I haven't rated this person yet. Let's try... No, let me type. Alright, so, Nightmare Sakito is currently playing, Lethal Company. Which is a bit of a transition, but I'll go ahead and send you guys over there. Alright, bye! Thank you guys so much for coming! Bye! I'll see you guys tomorrow!